Hello everybody, this is Bazker, and today I thought we might take a look at Hearthstone, and in particular take a look at the Tavern Brawl for this week. This week it is the Unite Against Mechazod. This one's come up a few times before, and it's both one of my favorites and one of my least favorites, mostly because I've never won one. But it's kind of fun playing the co-op of it. So the point is you'll get a really big mech out on the board that switches back and forth. He has taunt and he has a massive amount of life that you'll see here in a second. And it's up to both players to try to kill him and keep each other alive long enough to kill him. And if he manages to kill either one of the players, then he wins, and neither player wins. So I do believe that if you manage to kill him, then it's up to the players to kill themselves too, but I could be wrong because I've never gotten to that point. But I believe that is the case. So anyways, we're going to give this a try today.
Versus Anduin. The light shall bring victory.
I will fight with honor.
Now, I don't know what all cards are in every single deck. I'm not sure if it randomizes it or if they're standard. They've looked pretty standard since I've been playing. You got a lot of defensive mechanics in your decks. Lots of divine shields for the paladin and additional attack, whereas the priest has a lot of healing abilities. And you can see him right here. He's huge, and if he beats us, we're dead. And he does random things at the end of each turn. You can see right here. Now, that's not so bad when he's got only 2 attack, but earlier when I was playing him, he had attack up to like 15, I think, and yeah, it was wiping out just about everything. Luckily, we had a lot of minions on the board at the time. He has another one where it'll destroy the largest minion on your side too, so that's something to take into account. If you have a minion on the board and you want to pump him up, wait until it's its turn to attack. Make sure it's going to get the opportunity to do so before you actually pump him up. In particular, if there's a lot of others on the board, a lot of other minions on the board that are smaller than yours, or about the same size. I do find this to be a little bit slower than a normal game, even a normal Tavern Brawl. Goes increasing his attack already. I don't think there's a sequence to it. I think it's pretty random. I got a couple choices here. I could heal up some. Certainly not a bad thing to do, but I could throw some damage onto it, but I kind of think it might be best to pump up his attack, run him into here, and then give him Divine Shield again. I think that would work out best.
Weapons ready. Not on my watch.
And that's good. He didn't kill the biggest one, so that's good. He can damage the biggest minion too. So with Divine Shield, that actually makes, that's a good choice still. So yeah, under normal circumstances, you don't want to give your opponent cards, but in this circumstance, this is great. Leroy, I think, is in one of the 2 decks I've seen earlier too. I don't remember what the class was when I was playing against. I don't remember if it was Priest or Paladin. But Leroy comes out, gives the other player 2 1/1 cards, so that's great. Let's see, something you just don't see every day. Players healing each other. At least not when it's a joke. Unfortunately, I'd really like to have the ability to double up a minion's power, but that'd be a turn 5 anyways. This could potentially be a great card at some point, but we gotta get there. So I could pump him up to 5, 6, 7, and then just pull out a card. It's not a bad idea, but I could do 3 and then heal him up
Let me.
That actually wouldn't help any, because if he deals his attack damage to him, he'd still be dead.
My eyes are open.
Weapon ready.
Probably not a bad idea that I healed myself there. I'm assuming that the priest is going to have enough healing ability to take care of himself, is what I'm hoping. Occasionally I will heal the priest if I'm playing as paladin, but there's so few healing cards in the paladin's deck, I think. I haven't seen a ton. Mostly, in fact, it may only be the Earthen Ring Farseer. I'm not positive if I've seen other ones or not. That's a great card.
Prepare to face the mighty.
Now, I don't know if I did this on the Mechanoid, if whenever he uses his cards like that, if that would count as an attack. My guess is it doesn't. So I don't think I'll be doing that. And unfortunately, I don't have a bunch of heals. If I had... Oh yes, see, we did have the Holy Light here. If I had two, that'd been great. I could have healed us both up quite a bit. I could pump him up to 10,
I wonder.
11, 14 with Divine Shield. And I could give him the Blessing. Draw a card. Might not be a bad idea. Fortunately, I don't have double a player's ability.
Weapon ready.
Oh, that's a great card. I'll play it now. I am going to go ahead and do this. I don't believe there's any cards in the deck to return. That was great. Had Divine Shield, so that worked out. I don't think there's any cards in the deck to return a minion back to my hand. If there was, then the Earthen Ring Farseer attacking and dying like that may not have been the best idea, but... like I said, you can see he's a massive 95 health. I mean, some players have a hell of a time just chipping away at the other player's 30 health, so you can imagine what it would feel like coming into a 95 like that if you're one of those players. At least you're both having the same goal, and that's one thing too. Watch your opponent sometimes. They may not get the point of the game, and they'll sit there and they'll attack you or your minions, and you can tell really quick it's going to go downhill really quick. Usually I just mistake, and then I try to concede right away. I might try to friend them at the end of it and let them know, hey, this is how this particular battle works, just so you know. But something to keep an eye on. You don't want to waste a lot of your time if they're not playing correctly. We're getting kind of lucky that he hasn't really bumped that up a lot. It's going to be a great card next turn. Unfortunately, I don't have any way to Divine Shield him. But I will draw a card, and I might be able to do something more with this guy.
Weapon ready.
Okay, so now we get our Divine Shield. I could play that, but I'm not sure. I kind of think this and this is the best way to go. Play the Dancing Swords and then give him Divine Shield. Oh, I was misreading that. That's not the card that gives Divine Shield. It has Divine Shield. I forget about that. It's okay. He will survive, at least for the moment. Okay, it could have been worse. That's a good card. I don't know too much in the priest deck that's going to really help out on gnawing away at this guy. I mean, there's certainly some. That'd have been a great card earlier when I had the Millhouse out there. Okay, so let's see here. We just got Blessing of Kings. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage we can do. Indeed.
Let me think.
Move quickly.
Weapons ready.
Now, a good question here would be is what would happen if he was on my side and he got 7 minions on the board? And my thought is he would just immediately destroy this specific card. I have seen him do that with Loy Walker Chow. Is in one of the decks. I don't remember which one, but I have seen him where he'll just destroy that specific card, and I'm not sure if that's random, like which minion it says it's going to destroy or not. I'm not sure. So we might actually, yeah, we won't get to see if. Hopefully, he doesn't just let his minions sit there. But I would be curious what the AI does. I would assume that it's going to kill something and move out of the way. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments. I've never seen that scenario come up. I'd love to know what happens in that scenario.
Quickly.
I think the obvious answer is it would just kill one of the minions, and so it can move over it. We might actually get past this guy. Kill him.
Well played.
That thing for months.
7. Yeah, well played. Except for I don't think that I can actually kill him because we can't use him right now. I don't really want to play this heal yet. I mean, that's nice and all, but if I'm right that I have to kill the priest after I take care of this guy, I may need that. I kind of think the obvious choice here is just play these two, but I might as well run these in first and get this to be bigger.
Weapons ready.
Now the problem is he's probably going to kill this card because he's my biggest minion. No, he didn't. No, yeah, he didn't. Not specifically, but he did anyways. Now the question is can the priest do 3 damage? I'm going to guess he can't. I can't think of any cards that I've seen in the priest deck. Oh, I take it back. He has Leroy. Okay, I was thinking that the Paladin had it. Okay, cool. So there we go. I did not have to kill him. That's really cool. Alright. So, what do you know? I'm recording the video and I got my first win on the Mechazod Tavern Brawl. So, anyways, that's how you do it. Got any questions about it, you can let me know. I may or may not be able to answer them. Like I said, it's a cooperative battle. You just work together and try to take out Mechazod. And yeah, apparently after that, you just win the game if you manage to take him out. So that's pretty cool. So I guess while we're on here, I will. A lot of people like to see packs getting opened up, even though it's a classic pack. I can go ahead and do that for us right now. Let's see what we get here. Doesn't look like we're gonna get anything special. No. I'm quite certain I have all these cards. Alright, So yeah, there's the Tavern Brawl for this week. Give it a try. It's free to play, just like the rest of the game. You don't even have to own all the cards that are in the Brawl decks or anything like that. Not for this particular Brawl, anyways. You can. It'll give you cards that it wants you to have, regardless. So totally free to play. No reason not to give it a try. Get you a free pack of classic cards. I'd really like to see them one day change that reward structure so that maybe you get like the oldest expansion pack or something like that instead of the classic one. But there you have it. Click like, subscribe, leave me some comments. Catch you next time.